I started vlogging in 2003, before YouTube even existed. It is with heart wide open that I share with you my journey that has taken me from South Korea to now living off-grid in the middle of nowhere. My first time using the summer road this season. Maybe somebody beat me to it. Looks like it. Yeah. There's a track. It's okay. They're forgiven. I don't know if I've said this before, but I really fucking love coming back home. You know, whoa! Not because of the road condition, but because it's so far away. You know, I feel like I'm going in my bat cave. You know, not that I need to hide, but it gives me a sense of safety, you know, that, and in control of my destiny that I wouldn't feel, I wouldn't be able to feel if I was living the way I used to. Anyway, it's just like, and then look, it's the golden hour, so everything is golden. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm just coming back. I met Katie and Greg. They're gonna be here in 2 days. They're on their way to do some business, so and on their way back home they'll stop over to stay with us for a night. So that was really great seeing them. You know, it's the second time we meet them, but we meet them a few times a week in the living room, you know, and so it really feels like we know each other, because I guess they know more about us too now that we I've, you know, put our videos online as well. Yeah, so the road is like completely like terrible, as you can see how much it's shaking. So I have to build, you know, there's different names for it, but I have to build something that I'm gonna drag behind my truck every time I leave and every time I come back. That's gonna level my road, you know, fill the holes and cut the humps. Holy fuck, did you see that? That's crazy. And you know, like 4 years ago I added a lot of fucking material on this road. So I think by doing the grading I'm going to be able to do something to have the road way better than it is now. If I do that all summer, you know, it's just gonna improve over time. Might as well start telling you a story I want to tell you for like, is it 22, is it 22 years? No, 18 years. Because in one of my old videos of 2006 that I've released already, the one where the title said that it was the most stressful week of my life. It is to this day, and it's because, and I didn't tell you, but it had to do with the cops and jails in Korea. So today I'm gonna tell you that story. But I really hope by sharing that story, it will help somebody one day that might find themselves in the situation I found myself, which is like a cop detective determined to making an arrest whether the person was guilty or not, and how I was able to avoid spending a long time in Korean jail. So, but I'll tell you more next time I stop. I didn't get to use the chainsaw. I just started like picking up branches and bringing everything here. So I cleared not only a path, but I cleared a lot of the stuff on the ground, which is really good. And I think tomorrow what I can do, I haven't done the bathroom, but I can do it tomorrow. So I've delayed as long as I could. Now is the next day. So yesterday I picked up all that stuff and I made a pile back there. So I'm gonna go pick it up and bring it over there by the gate. Look, Raven, that's his contraption. Shit. Anyway, it gives us time to stop him before he licks it. And anyway, I hope to have all of that pile there before I'm physically incapacitated. So I'm gonna remove, you know, as much as I can, and once I'm done that, I'm gonna call it a day for today. I'll have Friday afternoon to do some more in the back there, and yeah, anyway, I have to do the poo as well. So I need to keep enough energy to be able to do the poop. Hi Willow. You decided to leave your castle tower? Yeah? I can't remember which day of the week it was, but I was working at a kinder place before working at SLP, and I got a call from my supervisor in the middle of that class, so I thought it was an emergency, and so I ended up picking up. And Jade wanted me to come at the office ASAP, and I was like, well, I'll be there in 30 minutes. I'm almost done here, you know, like I'm never late. And I was like, it's so weird, you know? Oh yeah, so I get there, but I was suspicious of what was going on because the day before in the newspaper, I had read that the Korean police was doing a lot of raids on people sending weed over by mail to Korea. So the way Jade acted, which was so out of the ordinary, like it was not normal. So I somehow I put the two together. Anyway, and so on my way to driving to SLP from the kinder, I was drinking my Pepsi, it's Coke, Diet Coke at that time. And, you know, I probably drank the whole liter and a half on my way to SLP. As soon as I get there, and one of the secretary receptionists tells me there's a package for me, the mailman, and I'm like, what is that? And like the mailman arrives like, oh no, before the mailman arrives, I had time to go to the teacher's room to get ready to start teaching. And then fuck, it was like dead silent in there. It was just not normal. Like, it was, the atmosphere was so heavy. But I knew like it had to do with me, but I had no idea, like, because everybody was like eyeing me, but nobody was saying anything. Anyway, I think I was in the bathroom, and when I came out the bathroom, the mailman came up the stairs, and it was not the same mailman. He was just dressed as the mailman, and it was not the mailman, and it was not the time the mailman usually came to school. So I knew it wasn't a mailman. I knew it was a cop. And I knew that what I had read in the paper was happening right then. And okay, I did 5 trips, but it's good now. So hey, it's draining, Every time you pull on a branch, or maybe you're stepping on it, or something is holding on to it, and so it sucks the energy like very quickly. Anyway, the bathroom should be easier than when I did it in February, the last time, because it's not frozen. So okay, I'll get to it. Yeah, so like absolutely zero smell. The top is mostly dry, but it's at the bottom, like all the liquid, because we don't separate anything. So at the bottom there's more pee, because it doesn't really evaporate, it just gets absorbed. Look at this file, see what it's like in there. Oh my god, look at that. Nice soil. I think that's gonna go in the orchard for the trees. Alright, look at that. That used to be poo. Divine and nice poo. And now it's like super good soil. Wow. Right? It's impressive. HUMANURE. I think, every home should be like that, except like maybe like big public buildings. No, but like a house, bungalow maybe. So he wanted me to sign a package, and the name on the package was the name of somebody who had contacted me with interest to be a teacher in Korea. So, but I don't know if I had ever spoken. It's just like email exchanges, So, but it was the SLP address, and I didn't want to sign for it, like, what the fuck? I know you're a cop. You think I'm dumb? Fuck. So I was like, no, no, no. Yeah, I recognize the name, but I can't sign for that person. I don't know them, you know, like. So as I turn around to leave, a whole bunch, I don't know how many, but a whole bunch, like maybe 5 cups, and fuck. They're such cocksuckers, you know. They come in and they wanted to make an entrance, you know. So they come in with handcuffs hanging, like they had enough handcuffs hanging for like 20 people. And they stormed like they were the SWAT team, you know, the school, fuck. They were in the lobby, and then my director came out of his office, and he was in his office with the chief detective. Oh my God. So eventually they brought me in the office with my director and the chief detective. And I think there was somebody there to kind of translate, but I could tell right away what the detective was about. But I had not signed the fucking paper to receive the package. So asked me a few questions, and I'm like, you know, not really cooperative. I'm not offering any information. I know right then and there what his game is going to be. So they take my phone. Yeah, they took my phone right away. And I'm starting to have to pee because I just fucking drank a whole liter and a half of Diet Coke. And yeah, so I had not gone to the bathroom because, or maybe I had, because when I drink Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, I have to pee a lot. So whatever, I know I had to pee, but now it doesn't end there. That's just the fucking beginning. That's like maybe noon. So next, they didn't put handcuffs on me because I was not, you know, I was not resisting anything, but they brought me downstairs and they put me in their white Econoline van. Here you go. Oh, fuck. TNT is like all wet. Oh, it's in my seat. Greg and Katie left early this morning. They have a long drive ahead of them. Now I'm waiting for the delivery of our material so that I can start this project, putting the roof up, building a deck and the stair, and siding everything with metal. That's gonna take me a while, but both Divine and I feel that that's gonna secure our investment in terms of protection for fire. So yeah, so I still have to figure out those windows in the meantime. And today I'm gonna try to finish the soffit on that side before I go pick up the chipper. And then tomorrow I'll be chipping away. Hi Willow. I thought I heard the truck. So I'm there in the back of the van, parked in front of the school. It's getting hot and I fucking need to pee. I don't have my phone, and you know, like my thinking is going like 500 miles an hour. It's like, how the fuck is this day going to end? You know? Like, how is this gonna end? Am I going to jail? So, I don't know how long it took, but it took a long time before they came down. And a whole bunch of the cops sat in the van, and my director, fuck, I'm so thankful. Without him there, I would have been fucking really even more stressed out. But luckily, he was in the van next to me, and I didn't want to disappoint him, you know, like that would have been bad for him to have one of his teachers go to jail for drugs. So, yeah, because at that time, when I was in the office, that detective had asked me, you know, did I ever smoke drugs? Or, and I, you know, no, of course no. Fuck. Who do you take me for? I'm Canadian, fuck. So, anyway, so at that time I knew it was for drugs. So I didn't know where we were going, but we were going somewhere. And in Seoul, traffic is king. Fuck, it's slow. And from the school to the police office, that took almost, maybe even more than an hour. It took a long time to get back there. And I had to pee when we left. So, actually before that we left. So as soon as we arrived, I told them I had to go pee, and the guy said, perfect. We're gonna send this guy, and he's gonna watch you pee in this bottle. So I was like, holy fuck, they're testing me. But, you know, I was not too worried about that because, you know, why would I worry? You know, I never smoked. So, they bring me to like a room. I didn't notice that. I only noticed that at the end, but at my back, from where I was sitting, they were like cells, like jail, you know, different, maybe like 4 or 5 cells, different cells to contain criminals. I'm in that room. It's cold as hell in that room. There's very little light. There's a chair for me, and then 2 chairs in front of me, and beside one of the chairs there's like a school student desk with a computer. And so I sit in where they want me to sit. Oh yeah, look, the wolf track. So, and then the chair by the computer, that's the detective. And next to him it's a woman, an interpreter, because the detective doesn't speak a word of English. I'm freezing, you know, in that room. And the detective, it's easy. Like, to me, I know what the game is and what his game is. I'll tell you in a second. I started working on the soffit. Over there I've got my line for the J trim, and then I'm cutting the soffit right now, so that when I get up there I've got everything and I can do it from up there. I'm ready for metal. So that'll be the next step, is doing the metal panels. Should maybe Sunday we can do that, divine enough. And then next week I start with making the stairs, for which I don't have a plan yet. It's very nebulous, you know, but I'm working on it. Okay, so the chipper is here. The guy told me how to use it. He also instilled in me a sense of fear, telling me the blades inside are very expensive to change, so to be really careful not to have any rocks caught in that stuff. So I'm gonna get it started, but once I get it started, it's so loud that I won't be talking directly to you. Okay, so let's see how this day goes. I cannot do it with the shovel, it's too hard, because the shovel doesn't really dig in it and it's dense, so it's tough. So now Divine went to get the drill so I can lift up the box, and hopefully that will make the process of emptying the trailer easy. Yeah, it's not, we're moving forward, but it's not that fast. But whatever we do today, we get it done. So his game was really because he had nothing on me. If he had something on me with enough evidence, he would have put me in the cells behind. But he didn't, because he wanted to get the evidence, and he wanted to do that by intimidating me. So, unbeknownst to him, or little did he know, that intimidation doesn't work on this guy here. I don't know why. It never really worked. And it's not about to work that day. Fuck. So he starts asking me questions, and all his questions are, don't you think? And all, like, really everything I did is I stuck to the fact that he could verify. So anything that he could verify to be true, then I could say that. But beyond that, I could not say anything. And that's what he wanted. So to make me say anything, he was trying to make me do his job and come up with scenario, a potential how it happened. And you know, I know when you start playing that game, you're fucked, you know, you're fucked. So you can't play that game. So all I kept telling the interpreter is, tell him I cannot do his job. That's your job to figure it out. My job is teacher, and I've told you everything I know. And he was fucking getting mad. Like I could see like the redness and his blood pressure going up, you know? Oh, because none of his trick was working. So after I don't know how long, maybe half an hour of interrogation, but always pretty much the same questions and the same answers, he's like, he taps on his desk and he's like, I'm going for a cigarette break, and when I come back, it's your last chance, man, because we're not gonna be so nice. And it was so weird, because I was seeing all of this in slow motion by that point, you know. I was so out of my element that this had pushed me in a completely different state of mind. I was like in a, you know, in sports you're in the zone, but this is a different kind of zone. So, but it's an altered state of consciousness. So everything is moving slowly, and it looks like I'm watching the scene on TV. And fuck, I've seen that on TV so many times. Like, how many times do you see like their interrogator take their light and put it in the face? You tell us now, okay? We're taking a break, but when we come back, if you don't tell us, yeah. So, and that cop, like, I swear to God, he was giving me the vibe that he really wanted to hit me, you know? And my director, when it was all over, even mentioned it. He said, you know, a few years ago, they would have hit you. Anyway, so, all right, so I'll tell you when he comes back after. All right, so during the break, I'm talking with the interpreter. She came back before the cop came back, and so her English was really good, so it was fine. And she was laughing with me about the detective's stupidity for asking me always the same questions, and not wanting to do his job. Instead, he's asking me to come up with what he should do, you know, like what scenarios. So when the cop came back, holy fuck, and he saw her laugh, he was fucking mad. He screamed at her like it was unreal. Fuck. Like for a few minutes, you know, like you could never see that happening here in America. Yeah, in North America. It's like as if you do that to a co-worker or an employee or a contractor, you're fucked, you know. It's just not acceptable. Anyway, so he was raging, and you know, it's the same thing that kept going for another 15-20 minutes. And then he gave up. He finally gave up. And but I was brought in front of the prosecutor, and the prosecutor was like, okay, well, they have nothing, and just be careful, we let you go, you know. And then I go back inside, and they open the package with the weed in it. And another detective, he comes to me and is like, I know you fucking guilty. And I'm like, well, I'm not, because look, I'm going away at home. So maybe you made a mistake this time. Oh yeah, he said, in all my career, and I always know, you know, I never made a mistake. And I was like, well, this time you did, buddy. And that's when they opened the package, that's when I noticed the cells were right there behind. Mr. Han was sitting right there too. Holy shit. So Mr. Han and I ended up taking a cab back, so to the school. And fuck, like I saw their van following me, you know, in the following weeks. Like it took more than weeks, it took months for me to stop feeling like I was being watched. And in 2008, I can't remember what year it was, but I think it's in 2008, the Divine, Kyung-suk and I went to China. And when I came back from China with Kyung-suk, they were waiting for me at the gate before I was in Korea, like just the final gate. They were waiting for me. There was a guy that had my picture, and he signaled me that, hey, you can't go there, you have to follow me. And they checked my bags for drugs. Like they were looking for in my bags, but I could see they were looking for drugs, you know. So I knew these two things were related. And that too was a fucking hell, you know. I had like fake jacket, like, but they're real jacket, but they were a copy of other company same jacket and jeans and like that I had bought for a good price in China, in Beijing. And these guys, like, they wanted to confiscate everything. Like, it was a lot. And I was like, you can't confiscate any of that, because you say it's fake, I say it's not fake. It's on you to prove that it's fake, not on me to prove that it's not fake. So do what you have to do, but I'm leaving with my stuff today. And Kyung-suk was crying because she was like, let it go, let it go. And I'm like, are you crazy? Letting it go is like I'm guilty. I'm fucking not guilty. Those things are real, you know? Like, they're real. They're not fake. Anyway, so I don't know how long I stayed in their books because of that. But, you know, they never charged me, but they kept me in the system for sure. Yeah, so that was scary. Really, really scary. That would have changed my life completely. Yeah. So, yeah, 10 years in Korea changed my life completely. Enough. Do you like hot sauce? There's hot sauce on that sock. And you like it. Yes. I took off his muzzles while he was playing with Miley, but now he cut Miley. They were playing catch me if you can. So he's got the sock. But I'm checking if he's licking his paw. There's a pileated woodpecker at the top of the tree. I see it pretty good, but Raven's still doing the song. And Willow is still with me, watching Miley. Barking at the woodpecker. Oh, there you go. They don't fly very good, those woodpeckers.